In 1765, the smartest man in Europe received a windfall fortune equal to $50,000. Within a year, he was broke. He didn't lose it to gambling. He didn't lose it to theft. He lost it because of a bathrobe. Denis Diderot discovered a psychological glitch that explains exactly why your raise last year disappeared before you could save it. We are taught that money buys freedom. That is a lie. If you don't understand the Diderot Effect, money just buys you a more expensive set of chains. Welcome to Minsky, where psychology, money, and history collide to reveal the dark side of human nature. I'm going to show you why your brain physically rejects saving money, and the only way to stop the spiral before it eats your next paycheck. Your possessions don't exist in isolation. They exist in relationship. They speak to each other. An IKEA table speaks to IKEA chairs. They understand each other. A Rolex argues with a Walmart shirt. They come from different vocabularies. When objects don't match, your brain registers it as tension, disorder, a wound that needs closing. Before the windfall, Diderot was happy. He wore an old dressing gown while he worked. It was stained with ink, worn down and comfortable. It matched his humble study, cheap prints on the walls, a straw chair, a dusty rug. Everything belonged to the same world. The objects wasn't arguing. The system was coherent. Poverty has a kind of peace because everything belongs together. Then something new entered the system. Diderot used his windfall to buy a magnificent scarlet robe, expensive fabric, rich color, a garment worthy of a king. He put it on. He sat at his desk, and something broke. The robe was magnificent. The desk was rotting. The contrast was unbearable. The robe made the desk look like garbage. The new object exposed the old objects. It made them visible for the first time. His possessions started arguing, and the new thing was winning. Your brain cannot tolerate this dissonance. You feel it physically, a tension in your chest, a restlessness that won't quiet, and you have only two options: throw away the new thing or upgrade everything else. Diderot had the same two choices: throw away the robe or replace the desk. He replaced the desk. You will always choose the same. No one throws away the robe. No one downgrades back to poverty. But Diderot didn't just lose money. He lost his mind. And he wrote down the exact moment the trap snapped shut so you wouldn't make the same mistake. The new desk didn't solve the problem. It created a new one. Now the straw chair didn't match the mahogany desk. He replaced the chair. Now the dusty rug looked shabby against the leather chair. He replaced the rug. Now the walls looked bare. He bought Damascus tapestries, then a gold-framed mirror, then an elaborate clock. Each purchase created a new dissonance. Each solution demanded another purchase. The spiral accelerated until the Empress's money was ash. This is why your raise never makes you rich. The money arrives. You upgrade one thing. That upgrade creates dissonance with everything else. You upgrade again. The cascade continues until your expenses have risen to meet your income. You aren't wealthier. You're just running on a more expensive treadmill. There is a law for this. Parkinson's law of money. Expenses rise to meet income. If you earn $50,000, you need $50,000 to survive. If you earn $100,000, you miraculously need $100,000. The number changes. The gap never opens. The raise doesn't build wealth. It raises the floor. But the financial cost is actually the smallest part of the problem. The real danger isn't that you spend the money. The danger is that you change who you are. You didn't just buy a product. You bought an identity. The moment you drove home in the nicer car, you stopped being you. You became BMW person. And BMW person has rules. BMW person doesn't eat at McDonald's. BMW person goes to steakhouses. BMW person takes better vacations, wears a certain watch, lives in a certain apartment, orders a certain wine. One purchase created 50 invisible obligations. Diderot understood this. He wrote an essay about his own destruction titled "Regrets for My Old Dressing Gown." He saw the trap with perfect clarity. He wrote, "I was the absolute master of my old dressing gown, but I have become a slave to my new one." He thought the robe was a reward. It was a leash. He saw it, named it, warned others, and he still couldn't escape. Because this isn't about intelligence. Understanding the trap doesn't free you from it. The dissonance is biological. Your brain demands coherence the way your lungs demand air. And here is the cruelest feature of your psychology. Once you turn this machine on, you can't turn it off. There's a biological reason why you can never go back to being cheap. Psychologists call it the ratchet effect. It only turns one direction. Losing something feels twice as painful as gaining it felt good. You could live without the nice car before you bought it. Now you would rather go into debt than sell it. And the upgrades don't even make you happy. Psychologists call it hedonic adaptation. The new car thrills you for a month. Then it becomes normal. The baseline shifts, but the expenses don't adapt. They stay elevated forever. Every upgrade raises your minimum. Minimums don't fall. The happiness fades. The costs remain. Diderot ended up with a room that looked like a museum. Damascus tapestries, Morocco leather chair, gold-framed mirror, magnificent, and broke? He wrote, "I do not weep for the gold, but I weep for the repose, for the soft tranquility I enjoyed in the bosom of poverty." He was happier poor. He knew it. He admitted it in writing. He still couldn't return. Neither can you. But you can stop climbing. There's only one way to break this cycle. You have to violate the coherence. Deliberately. You have to let your possessions argue and refuse to resolve the argument with money. Wear the nice watch with the old car. Keep the small apartment after the promotion. Let the objects scream at each other. Sit in the dissonance and spend nothing. This is the discipline that builds wealth. Not budgeting, not spreadsheets, tolerating mismatch, letting your possessions fight while you refuse to referee. The person who can handle incoherence gets rich. Everyone else converts every raise into a higher cost of living and wonders where the money went. Diderot could have sat in his scarlet robe at a rotting desk and been wealthier than anyone in Paris. He couldn't tolerate the argument, so he paid to make his possessions stop fighting. They stopped. He had nothing left. Wealth is not the ability to buy the robe. Wealth is the discipline to keep the old desk. Your next raise is coming. The moment it arrives, something will whisper that you deserve an upgrade. One purchase, you've earned it. The purchase will feel reasonable. The cascade won't. Now you know the law. Your brain demands coherence. Your possessions demand company. Every upgrade demands 10 more. The only defense is deliberate dissonance. Let the objects argue. Refuse to pay for peace. In the game of financial psychology, if you don't know who the greater fool is, it's probably you. Subscribe and learn how to stop playing their game. But ask yourself, why did you buy the scarlet robe in the first place? You told yourself it was for quality. That is a lie. You bought it because you felt small, and you used the purchase to build a costume. You are going broke trying to perform for an audience that isn't even watching. To understand the dark psychology of why we spend money to signal status to people we don't even like, you need to watch this video next.